Hello, hello! This is Dragondog from Daydreams of a Dragon, and welcome to Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
And episode 41 of my blind let's play.
So let's continue.
Okay, we are on land, as you can see. Last time, when I was going to save after I ended the recording, I couldn't save. So I decided to find land. I wasn't going to do anything on the way, I'm just going to find land, park, and start from this point. Unfortunately, we ran into a few ships. And when I say a few ships, there were more than a few ships. So we circled around, as you can see, and we fought a few ships. We even killed a cultist. I don't remember which one, but there's one more dead cultist than there used to be. To be precise, one of the pirate ships I attacked the ship the cultist was on, so they actually killed the cultist. As I mentioned, there were a few ships. And now we are here. Well, actually we are here. We have another cultist here. And hopefully we are going to avoid some of these bounty hunters, these mercenaries who want to take me down. And we have some other things to do on this island while we're here on this island. So the structure is located on the island of Andros. It is in the western part of the abandoned forest. That should be somewhere around here, right? It gotta be that location. A huge door protects the entrance. Yeah? Can it be anything other than this question mark? No, it cannot. Well, that's my assumption. Hey, what did the... Does that look like a huge door to you? Like facing this direction, maybe? What, is that horse on fire? That's cool. But there are no teleportation locations, and there's only two of those. And I saw some... Yes, yes, yes. What? It's moving. Why is it moving? Or is that just because I'm moving? Yeah, that actually looks like that exactly. Okay, before we go in there, this is an island and we're on the island, and no, we're not gonna stay on the island, but it can definitely be beneficial to explore the island. So let's do that. Okay. Those goats just felt like... I don't know what. Can't think of a good analogy right now. I thought I saw a ruin up here. And the ships I fought looked somewhat like those ships there, with those kinds of sails at least. Or those markings on the sails. I had a tree. More than one tree. We're going up on a mountain, or hill rather, with more than one tree. Yes. The moon. Wait. Find and enter the mysterious structure. Okay. So the question mark and the quest location is not quite the same. They're close, but not quite the same. Unfortunately,
Is that a door? I've never seen anything like it before.
falling damage gone. Who can jump wherever he wants to? I can. And yes, I pointed at myself when I said I can. Just in case anyone cares.
How do I get inside?
One of those triangle thingies, maybe? The spear!
Who's there? Come out!
Hesitation only hastens.
The grave, I know, Mater.
Your form is improving. Your resolve is strong, but you're not taking action.
I was going to.
I know, but it's the moments in between that decide everything. Your turn.
Leonida's spear.
You're old enough now. My father's spear holds a certain burden, but you're ready.
I felt something.
Huh?
The spear. It has magic.
It carries with it a long line of power. A bloodline of incredible heroes. The same blood within you and me and our family.
All of us?
Think of Leonidas. He had great courage, and he made a great sacrifice. You share in his blood and the strength he possessed. We are able to feel certain things happening around us. That is our family's gift. But not everyone understands that. Some recognize the power we bear and want it only for themselves. They will try to take it from us.
I won't let them.
I know. You're a warrior. If we keep moving forward, always moving forward, we're untouchable. Storm's coming in.
Then maybe we should move forward now.
Mother, I haven't forgotten you.
Well, I chose the wrong item, but magic opened the door. If I had remembered why we were here, I would have chosen differently, of course.
By the gods! Who built all this?
The gods, maybe? No? Okay. Explore the cave. Yes, I will.
place like this exist?
Okay, this place is huge. Wait. Ancient forge. Okay. Okay, nothing. Okay, well, actually, it doesn't seem to be a corridor.
How could I even explain this to someone like Marcos?
You don't. We don't. It is one of those things that you gotta see it to believe it, I think. What is this? Haven't I seen this before with the triangle? So I wasn't too off base when I suggested the triangle. Maybe the triangle and the spear are related in some way. I'm running back and forth like a headless chicken. Well, not literally headless chicken, but you know. Analogies. Okay. A piece of rock looks broken. I have a feeling that it may be hiding something. Or not. I am exploring and I haven't found anything yet. Well, nothing that... Hang on, was I outside the exploration area here? Yes, I was.
Something's glowing over there.
Really? Now you see something glowing? Oh, that looks like a spear. And that looks like an axe. Were there more special weapons? Another type of axe. Is that a sword? They say interact. Let's save before we do anything here. I mean, this is special. So interact.
This imprint is shaped like the sword Demos had at the cultists' meeting. Was it forged in this place?
Ooh. And is this a spear then?
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Retransmission chronicity? Am I going back into the future now? Into the body of what's her name? Or am I going into the past? Future.
Themos. The Forge.
I knew I let you stay in the Animus too long. Your vitals are crashing.
You don't understand. This confirms it. Cassandra didn't just have Isu technology. She had the means to improve it. Imagine how powerful the staff could be.
I admit, that could be an incredible find. But right now, I'm the doctor, and I take care of you. Now get some rest before you go back to Cassandra.
You're right, I'll take a break.
If you insist, but only because I've got work to do on the outside.
Please, just clear your head. The last thing we need is a cell leader suffering from the bleeding effect and spearing us because we're Hittites or Thracians.
I won't. The Thracians throw great parties.
Don't forget, we're a team. We'll back you up until you're finished your investigation.
I know. Kyoshi secured the loft yesterday and he's keeping an eye out. Elena's on call doing historical research.
And I'm here to talk if you're feeling any confusion from the Animus.
Always the therapist.
What do you think of the mission so far?
So, Doctor, how do you feel now that we're closer than ever to the staff?
I believe this staff is important. But the Templars and Assassins have found staves of Eden before. Nikolai Tesla blew one up in Russia, if I remember correctly.
This is different. If what I saw in Egypt is true, this staff doesn't control minds. It controls physics, time. Imagine rewriting the rules of the universe.
The spear you found is right here, and it's not doing anything.
The spear's attached to a bloodline. Leonidas, Cassandra, and Alexios. They were intimately connected to it.
Are you sure you can use the Staff of Hermes, then?
No. But if the Templars get it, they won't stop until they find someone who can.
What do you think of the new Animus?
So, what do you think of my new Animus?
You mean our new Animus? That's Abstergo equipment.
Which I've modified to within a millimeter of its digital life. It's an Animus console prototype, Brahmin variant with the I/O capacities pushed to their max. Ultra portable with more calculating power than NASA and CERN combined.
That's enough for now.
I'll go stretch my legs. Too bad we don't have access to the Abstergo gym anymore, huh?
Membership costs too much.
Funny.
Eagles are fine and all, but a pet monkey would be even cooler.
You don't say. Team Hall. Wait.
I should check my email. The center of the universe, circa 400 BCE.
Greece. Email. Layla Hassan. Rainy 15 degrees centigrade. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. We'll get back to that in a moment. Let's investigate first.
Fascinating. Layla, can you believe we're meeting Herodotus himself?
I can. He sure does talk a lot.
Is there anything I can help you with?
What can you tell me about the book?
So does what I'm seeing as Cassandra match your research? I had to tweak the Animus to use what we have of the book as reference.
That book is a lost work by Herodotus. He basically invented the concept of recording history. And other figures are matching up too. Cleon, Pericles. The chance to see the past firsthand is why I joined the Assassins.
Most people would talk about justice or leaping across rooftops, but history's cool too.
I've loved history since my grandpa told me stories about his grandpa back in Ireland. He was an adventurer and sailor. So I'm continuing the family tradition. I feel so lucky.
You make your own luck, remember?
Why do people keep telling me that?
What do you know about Herodotus?
So I've met Herodotus, but I don't know much about him.
He's brilliant. His histories are considered the foremost textbook of classical Greece. People have made their careers analyzing his words for some new perspective. To see him in his own world, walking in the polis, and... Sorry, but he's kind of a hero of mine.
You can fangirl all you want.
Yay!
Ha! That's enough for now.
I'll leave you to your work.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Okie doke.
How's it going out there?
Well, no threats in view.
I'm glad we could work together again.
I believe our working methods are compatible.
Are you still upset about our last run-in with Abstergo? I'm sorry, I didn't realize those hills in Quebec were so steep. But hey, you and your Yakuza reflexes saved us. Sorry, ex-Yakuza.
We're all alive and our injuries have healed. That's what matters.
What do you think we should do next?
Of course, I'll return to the Animus, then follow the trail Herodotus left to find the staff. But there's so many possibilities, so many choices. There's no way to know which ones are right. You used to run part of the Japanese Brotherhood. What would you do?
Take things one step at a time, observe then act, or kill everyone and search their pockets for answers. You decide.
I leave you to it.
Thanks for watching our backs, Kiyoshi. I'll leave you to your work.
I'll report in if Abstergo drops by.
Looks third echelon. Or is it fourth? Too bad we had to leave before we could drink some more caribou. I wonder if the Fry twins would still recognize London. A rooftop's still a rooftop.
No, I'm not going back in yet.
What? What? What?
Okay, I'm not sure what that is or why she reacts to it
What?
that way, but okay.
Eagles are fine and all, but a pet monkey would be even cooler.
Okay, let's go out on the internet. The Quebec Caper. So I'm foreseeing this episode being a lot of me reading. I'm in. How'd you manage that? Let's just say I left a cryptic key under the doormat in case Abstergo escorted me out. Was your hunch right? Yep, just in time. They have a location, Notre Dame de Quebec, but can't find the relic. I'm sure it must be here. Guess they don't have a Catholic on their team like you do. No way! Quebec City, here we come. Subject, potential descendant. Recollects those who possess the ability of recollection. 15th century order of Franciscan monks, 1614. King Louis XIII requested that Samuel the Chaplain take a selection of recollects to Canada. Order was abruptly disbanded upon return to France. Operative redacted, tracing bloodline redacted. Recollect friars. Father Denis Jamet, Father Jean Dolbeau, Father Joseph Le Caron, Brother Pacifique Duplessis, Brother Nicholas Field drowned in 1925. Yeah, I don't know French. Location: Cathedral Basilica of Notre Dame de Quebec. 4 centuries of treasures and archives here. 900 people buried under the cathedral. Excavation uncovered hidden relics. Operative summary: search of Cathedral Basilica of Notre Dame de Quebec. Target item not found. Operative update: September 5, 2017. Agents have the location under surveillance, awaiting new intel. QC File 3 Plan. The Cathedral Basilica Notre Dame de Quebec architectural masterpiece, 1633 historical landmark and blood repository. Relic is in here somewhere. Relic is in here somewhere. Crypt. Pretty. Victoria, our good Catholic girl, says valuable relics are often moved to altar. Problem: Church Golden Jubilee crowded with congregants on pilgrimage. Our window: 090718 cycling race. Keep the cops busy. Victoria, blend in with congregants, distract priests, get near altar. Kiyoshi, climb along rooftop to bell tower, wait for signal, wear earplugs. Layla, robes better fit. New articles unearthed during recent excavation at Basilica Cathedral Notre Dame de Quebec. Okay. Were the others more than one page? No, they were not. Okay. Kyosh. Area clear. Slipped first responder. Nice work. Media's got their story. Managed to get the gold paint off, Kay? Oh, there are actually 3 people talking. So the first was Kiyoshi, then it's Victoria, then it's Layla Hassan. Kiyoshi. Paint isn't a bother. It's the ringing in my ears. Victoria. I can't believe you pulled that off, Kiyoshi. If you can't believe in a golden Kiyoshi angel flying overhead, what can you believe in?
Hier soir, un cambriolage a eu lieu à la basilique cathédrale Notre-Dame de Québec. Heureusement, les dégâts au bâtiment historique sont minimes. Le secrétariat de la paroisse rapporte que les malfaiteurs sont partis en laissant derrière la cible du vol.
Okay, they're basically reporting there was a theft at the basilica, but apparently nothing was stolen. Reality as a simulation. Took a deep dive into theories about a reality being a simulation and up on the weird end of the internet. I'm just gathering information at this point. Not all that I have found has been useful. It's hard to imagine the world we know being another layer of the animus, but it makes sense in its own way. 10 religious artifacts with supernatural powers, chilling top 10s, miracles. Just how real are they? These relics all have some kind of story attached to them, good, bad, or divine. Don't forget to subscribe for more lists like this. Follow our social media for new lists and updates every day. Buy some merch. Relics, saints, top 10s. Oh really? Funny fail compilation. Comment 1. Cool video. Check out my channel. Comment 2. In before no holy grail. The question mark. Secret science investigation. Number 39. Ancient Greece. Secrets of ancient Greece reveal. Atlantis. Where did it sink? And can satellite photos help us find it? Don't miss. Was Herodotus an Illuminati puppet? Hercules, man or myth? Did demigods walk the earth? 3-headed dogs, the Russian following in Demikov's footsteps. New studies. Pythagoras, what did he know? The founder of the popular theorem also believed that numbers were the key to unlocking the universe. Well, numbers are the key of unlocking the universe. Well, mathematically speaking, or scientifically speaking anyway. Simulation theory, Layla Hassan. Hey, we're hive mind. I was in Egypt recently and out with some friends when the topic of reality as a simulation came up. It's a bit tinfoil hat, but an interesting theory. Do anyone have any academic resources on this? The real Betty Bloop. Here's an article about that, like written 2 years ago. You might want to read up on Hans Moravec. Oh, I know Moravec's work from some studies I looked into on AI and transhumanism. I didn't know he also had theories related to reality being a simulation. The real Betty Boop. He's a science guy working on it. If you want a philosopher, I check out Nick Bostrom. Rocket Power fan. April Fools. Aww. Sometimes I think I'm living in a simulation. I'll set things down and they'll move on their own. Sometimes I think I can see holes in my walls that just go to nowhere. You mean windows? Is your house made of Swiss cheese? Getting the team together. From Texas, USA. Speaks English, Italian, VG, hand-to-hand and firearm skill, undercover potential high, tourist, art dealer, Vatican. Not this time, off duty for personal reasons. That's Harlan Cunningham. Alana Ryan. From Boston, USA. Speaks English, Latin, Ancient Greek, Sanskrit, historian, rugby player, combat aptitude not yet evaluated. Expertise on ancient documents and church construction could be valuable. Not yet, still in training. Next time. Mission candidate Kiyoshi Takakura. From Osaka, Japan. Speaks Japanese English, very good hand-to-hand. Bladed weapon and firearm skills, former Yakuza. Undercover potential with cooking, gastronomic skills, guest chef for Quebec City restaurant or food festival. Yes! But make sure he doesn't overwork himself off a recent tough mission. Mission candidate Victoria Bibeau. From Quebec, Canada, speaks French and English, MD Psychiatry, PhD in neuropsychiatry, specialized in neural system approach to emotional memory function, personality structure, and psychopathology. Left Abstergo under the Ascendance event, recruited by William Miles for unprecedented expertise. Assigned to mission. Remember, if you kill her, then you'll be unemployed. Packing for Greece. Animus console prototype variant. Accessing extrapolated data reconstruction. Subject descendant of Leonidas. Established estimated accuracy 76.3%. VB. Are you comfortable with that rate of accuracy? We're using a centuries-old text to supplement the DNA memory from centuries-old blood. Hopefully the gaps will overlap. Understood. Berg had a problem with simulations rated below 80%. Berg has a lot of problems. Greece. Officially Hellenic Republic, historically Hellas. First signs of human ancestors circa 270,000 BCE. Earliest civilization circa 3200 BCE. Independence from Ottoman Empire declared 1821, joined European Communities, non-European Union 1981, successful part of the Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, Venetian territory, then Ottoman Empire. Mountainous countryside with Mediterranean climate, called the birthplace of Western culture by historians. Yes. Herodotus and his work. Herodotus, called the father of history, influential family. Herodotus was himself forced to go into exile in Samos, but then took part in the coup that overthrew Lygdamis, studied and wrote history, travel books, gave public lectures, gained fame and drachmae. Greatest work was his history, relies on interviews rather than records, which generally didn't exist anyway. Accuracy disputed, but influence undeniable. His work is credited with saving a mass of invaluable information of archaic and early classical Greece. His work is methodical and extensive. Layla. He wrote about Greece and surrounding areas. He traveled the Black Sea, visited the Scythians, and lived in Egypt for months. His books were likely travel guides to the ancient world. They are true. Though some of his work on non-Greek culture was specious. Layla. You mean that there wasn't a tribe of cannibals in India who threw feasts with their deceased friends as both guests of honor and the main course? AR. I'll say a hard no to that. Layla. Let's hope his lost book doesn't include that kind of cultural glitch. AR. From what I've been able to interpret so far, he does mention a group of ancient geniuses who sound suspiciously like the Isu. Layla. His lost book is supposed to contain the story of a heretofore unknown hero who was a descendant of Leonidas I of Sparta, and we know the spear of Leonidas is an Isu artifact. AR. Leave it to the father of history to connect the dots. Spear of Leonidas, rumored to be a powerful and deadly hand-to-hand weapon, Isu technology capable of multiple improvements, unpredictable mental effects, genetic memory storage, passed down from Leonidas to his grandchild. Who is Alethea? Or Alethea, however. Isu architecture. So, the Isu, aka precursors, or those who came before, they're humanoid and they're ancient. They have triple helix DNA and 6 primary senses. Okay, which is the 6th sense? The Isu say they created the Homo sapiens to serve them, and who knows if they're wrong. Abstergo classifies them as Homo sapiens divinus, though they waffle on whether they're gods or not. Sometimes individual Isu say they aren't, but usually they act like they are. They like to give themselves god names anyway. God names? Wait, weren't the ancient gods named after them? It's a sort of chicken and egg situation. We know that the Isu had other names before they took the ones we know, like Juno was also called Uni. And just to check, Alethea's not a goddess name, is it? You got it, boss. It literally means truth. But if you ask Heidegger, well, not literally, he is dead, it means the disclosure of truth. He dedicated huge chunks of philosophy to defining exactly what that meant. What's the short version? Aletheia is unconcealedness as opposed to correspondence, which is truth as accurate definitions of reality, or coherence, which is truth as statements that are consistent with the rest of reality. Okay, I think I leave the philosophy to you while I handle tech. Deal? Works for me. The Capitoline Isu. So the next thing to realize is that there's Isu and then there's Isu. The main movers and shakers were the Capitoline Triad, Jupiter, Minerva, and Juno. Those 3 were scientists who formed a team to save the world from being destroyed by a solar flare. They were like superheroes with ulterior motives. Jupiter and Minerva appeared to sympathize with humans, but really only seemed to make a move after the Toba catastrophe nearly snuffed us out. Juno was in it for the Isu, but mostly for herself. One of those world-saving solutions was the eye that killed Desmond, wasn't it? Exactly. It works short-term, but long-term seems more iffy. If iffy is a word you can use when you're talking about the end of the world as we know it. Aletheia did seem to imply that reality was shifting, or that multiple realities were shifting as calculations were made. I thought you were leaving me the philosophy. So one of the most powerful Isu was Juno. She raised an army of followers trying to help her and her husband Aita get bodies. She wanted to move out of the grey or virtual existence in some kind of spiritual tech hybrid afterlife. And the Phoenix Project was going to do just that. The plan was so dangerous that neither the assassins nor Templars could take it on alone. So we teamed up for a while. Layla, I heard about your colleague Charlotte de la Cruz. I'm sorry, so am I. Weird question? So I know Mr. Berg used some special explosive to make sure there wasn't any DNA left, but wouldn't there be some trace of the Koh-i-Noor? I mean, you'd think some shards of such a powerful artifact would have survived. Alana, when Berg blows something up, he blows it up with extreme prejudice. That side is sterilized. So another weird question. How did Kiyoshi, Galena and Erend get away then? Too soon, Alana. Too soon. Hermes. We don't know much about this Isu, except that he was one. The Greeks and Egyptians both worshipped him. His special followers called themselves Hermeticists. The god Hermes, particularly in the form of Hermes Trismegistus, was all about magic and alchemy, and his staff is inspiration for the Caduceus. In theory, he met Pythagoras and gave him his staff. Layla. We're betting a lot on that theory. We've extrapolated that the staff is the key to the Isu, equations of reality theory. Based on the information we got in Egypt, the Isu are convinced that understanding the mathematical rules of the universe is the basis to changing it. Are you convinced? I'm convinced it might be true, and that's enough to make that staff very powerful and very, very dangerous. Alethea. So who is Alethea? She, that's a guess, I didn't record her using any pronouns, called herself that. She has a grudge against the rest of the Isu for their godlier-than-thou attitude. The Isu unified front showed cracks before, like that time Minerva and Juno argued in front of Desmond, and when Consus reached through time to contact the assassins behind Juno's back. But this is a new level of insubordination. Fortunately for us, Alethea seems to be on humanity's side. AR. Yeah, she reminds me of Martin Luther nailing his 95 Theses to a church door. Maybe this is the start of the great Isu schism. You've got a knack for naming things, you know that. Thanks, boss. Besides, she's a hacker. I like her. Hacking? Is that what she was doing to the retransmissions? Sorry, I realize that's more my department than yours. You heard the voice change, right? That's when the retransmission got hacked, replaced right under the other Isu's metaphorical nose. How do you think she did it? Good question. If you want to brute force a problem, try all the security protocols until you find one that works. Then lock everyone else out so they can't undo your work. Or if you're analog, get a stronger transmitter, Mexican radio style. Alethea's big advantage is having all the time in the world to find a solution. Like Consus, she seems to be able to see multiple times at once and communicate across them, or multiple realities. I only wish I could do that kind of multitasking. If anyone could, it would be you, boss. Okay, I hope I don't have that many emails. Well, let's go back. Can I even save here? Yes, I can. That's fortunate. This seems like a good time to end this episode. So I'll see you in the next one.